Master who is dyslexia. Aggressively ignoring. To be young again. You can't kill him, Master. He must stand trial. Joining the Sith means you're back to the rank of apprentice. He mentioned it, right? Where is Palpatine? Is he safe? Is he alright? It seems in your anger, you killed him. Not this again. Hey guys. Who's that lady? Panic. Me, minding my own business. My former master who I thought died as Darth Vader. Duck. Describe your Slex life with a Star Wars quote. Myself, the boy, 2 droids, and no questions asked. This is a weapon of terror. It's made to intimidate the enemy. This is a weapon of war. It's made to kill your enemy. Ewan McGregor. I didn't want to play James Bond because people will only know me from that role. Also Ewan McGregor, when you ask him about Obi-Wan, well, of course I know him. He's me. The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong. Star Wars fans, when they disagree with other fans. These 3 are attacking you. Bo-Katan has the Darksaber, and you can only pick 2 to defend. Previously has the Darksaber too. L. If I had a nickel for every time David Tennant played an ancient, hyper-intelligent being in a popular sci-fi franchise, then I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Down the upward spiral. Damn it, James. That's the 7th rebel you missed today. Pack your things. You're fired. Without the Empire, I have nothing to live for. Click. Does your dog bite? No, but it can hurt you in other ways. The sequels are canon and your Star Wars paperbacks from 30 years ago never will be. Master Itachi, we are under attack. What are we going to do? You fool. I've been trained your Jedi arts by Count Dooku. Just do like that lol. And just swing it like a ducking ceiling fan. Council doesn't want Anakin to become a Jedi. They sense he's too old and already too fond of attachments. They sense his feelings about Padme. They send Anakin and Padme alone far away from everyone else. Council is finally beginning not to trust Palpatine. They fear Anakin is too close to him. They send Anakin to become even closer to him and spar on him, thus asking him to break the Jedi Code. Thank God for Hayden Christensen. It actually wasn't George's idea to have Anakin kill the younglings. I just showed up on set one day and started to whack those little duckers. Turns out, George was filming the whole time. Annie is short for Anakin. Ben is short for Obi-Wan. Chewie is short for Chewbacca. Luke is short for a stormtrooper. When the rebels have escaped again, and you're the one who has to tell Darth Vader. Let me get this straight. You think Solo is a good movie? I do. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. But you're still coming to work, right? I'm gonna tell my kids these are the Mandalorians. Luke is attacking you, and you can only pick 2 to defend you. Only Pre has the Darksaber. R/Star Wars memes. Me looking for funny memes. R/Ashoka hate. Thrawn has planned an Imperial fleet of 1,000 ships to attack you, and you can only choose a fleet of 10,000 ships to defend. Which fleet are you picking? A Republic fleet? A Separatist fleet? A Rebel fleet? An Imperial fleet? Lord Vader, an escape pod was jettisoned during the fighting. Should we search for survivors on Tatooine? No, I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere. This is a weapon of terror. It is made to intimidate the enemy. This is a weapon of war. It is made to kill your enemy. Getting into Star Wars thinking everything was all planned out from the start because the story is amazing. Impressive. Realizing George Lucas made up pretty much everything as he went along. Most impressive. This was your father's lightsaber. He murdered 30 kids with it. I dismembered him and left him for dead as he screamed in pain while on fire. I took it as memento for you. This is going to take too long. I say we must blow up Tatooine. Is that a moon? Being a kid, I wanted to be a Jedi. As I grew up, I realized that being a Sith is way cooler. But they all kill each other, so I became a bounty hunter. Watching the sequel trilogy a second time. Watching the Old Republic cinematic trailers for the 501st time. Show me the best Star Wars game. I said the best Star Wars game. Perfection. Hello there. It's me, General Kenobi. You probably didn't recognize me because of the red arm. Darth Maul activates second blade. John Williams. When you're a rebel and you destroy an Imperial walker, then suddenly it falls on top of you. You don't have to do this, Anakin. The light side has cookies too, but they have raisins. Good job. Keep up the good work. But let the hate flow through you. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. Wasn't Anakin with you? In my defense, I was also left unsupervised. Controversial Star Wars movies. Episode 8 and 9. Rogue One and Force Awakens being nearly universally loved. Any criticism toward Star Wars? They're just kids movies. Vader and Palpatine are attacking you, and you can only pick two to defend you. None of them has the Darksaber. She does exactly what I do. Rey Skywalker. Karina Barbossa. But better. Parents, Luke, I ate your Halloween candy. Kids, no. When a program starts responding after you open Task Manager, fear will keep them in line. The actually fun part of the fandom. The hell is this? I said bring me all the rebel scram. How many dealt sticks this time? Enough that I forget. Ewoks aren't meant to be left outside, they're ender pets. The people that misspell rogue are the same people that got bored with Ender haters. If those Speak 100 could read, they'd be very upset. My printer, when I send something to it, it's the trick. Send no reply. My printer at 2 AM on a Saturday. 200,000 units ready, with a million more well on the way. When it's finally Halloween season. Yes, at last. An excuse to walk around in public with my lightsaber clipped to my hip. It's over, Anakin. I have depicted you as a soy wajak, and I'm the Jigachud. Luke, help me take this mask off. But you'll die. I have rights. Darth Vader breathe noises. Me about to beat a mission in Star Wars Outlaw. Guys, I can explain. You grew up with a good dad. Mine left me when I was so young. Our dad became a Sith Lord hours before we were born and did horrible things. You guys have dads. The Jerry curl is a pathway to many hairstyles, some consider to be unnatural. Is it possible to learn this hairstyle? No. You can't, like the sequel trilogy. Ha ha ha. Crossguard lightsaber go BRR. Yahoo. Now this is pod racing. You're not like sand. Sorry, I can't hear you all the way up on the high ground. I hate you. I'm your father. No. Tell Ki-Gon. I stayed in the cockpit. This meme format is getting old on this sub. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. You guys really need to stop throwing off your robes and leaving them behind every time you go into battle. This is starting to hurt our budget. You look absolutely beautiful. You truly belong here with us among the clouds. Charts. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. I can't swim. Why? You're crazy. The fall will probably kill you. A conversation between an employee and a customer. The entire destruction of the Jedi Order and intergalactic politics. LinkedIn. Facebook. Instagram. Tinder. Shows up after the Battle of Hoth. Guides a former Imperial pilot through his hangover and emotional turmoil. Doesn't rebuke him. sympathizes with him instead. Doesn't appear for entire remainder of the book. Girls on Halloween. Oh, I wanna be a Disney princess. Boys on Halloween. Can I at least buy you all lunch? With what? Your MasterCard has been declined. Someone is talking about an SSD. What's actually being discussed versus what my brain thinks is being discussed. People, they're rebooting the sequels. Me, knowing Rebels was the Disney soft reboot of the original trilogy. Signature look of superiority. When you find out that at first Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back wasn't well received by critics. What the duck, Anakin? You were the chosen one. It was said that you would join the Sith, not destroy them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in blinding brightness. I obey your master. When you hear gunshots outside your classroom, I've been looking forward to this. When your stepsister gets a job at an appliance factory manufacturing washers and dryers, just like the simulations. Create the perfect super soldier, doesn't feel pain, doesn't have moral doubts, super strong, super intelligent, can breathe underwater, regenerative body, can fly, etc. with full armor. Waste the DNA of the best bounty hunter in the galaxy by creating weak copy-paste normies that feel pain, moral doubts, aka no full loyalty in the Chancellor, and wear a plastic armor with gaps. There were 10,000 Jedi. Star Wars writers creating another Order 66 or Purge survivor instead of an original idea. Rey is unpopular because she's poorly written, not because Star Wars fans are sexist. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. How I would describe the fact that Star Wars and Star Trek have the full potential to intertwine with each other and become a shared universe, but are kept apart due to the bickering of purist fandoms and bureaucracy of corporate copyright. Stupidity has a habit of getting its way. Why does this guy from my aunt's novel look like the Clone Wars Count Dooku? Not Christopher Lee, but the Clone Wars Count Dooku. Leslie Headland's comments. Leslie Headland's credibility. I have an army. We have a Hulk. I have the high ground. You know that annoying guy that can't have a conversation without quoting Star Wars? Of course I know him. He's me. If you have 7 chairs and 10 children, what do? Get 3 more chairs. Kill 3 kids. You come from a warm planet, Annie. A little too warm for my taste. Ah, a fellow planet eater. Your parents, when you tell them the game is online and can't be paused, we don't even know what that means. When I walk out of the bathroom after taking a 1-hour shower. 15 characters who could defeat Thanos, even with the Infinity Gauntlet, in seconds. Me when I see a Realo post. That's disgraceful. My knowledge of Star Wars. My knowledge of being a normal human. I'm Ben, by the way. Supreme Leader Snoke. Oh, we are using our made up names. Then I'm Kylo Ren. When the 12-year-old internet troll says his dad works for a quacking company and will blow up your family's house and the next day it actually happens. Visible disbelief. When someone says they don't like you and you can't think of a decent comeback, I don't like you either. When you can't sleep because you're thinking about the meme potential of the unfinished The Clone Wars episodes. Galactic Chime Leaders. Sith Lords. Having a Twi'lek girlfriend. Congratulations, you are being rescued. Half the universe. Please do not resist. When you've done nothing but look at prequel memes for the last 2 years to the point that it's the only way you can communicate, and you take your first steps outside your house and are immediately swarmed by bees, bus droids. When someone says Luke, I'm your father instead of no, I'm your father. Grits teeth. Boy Scouts changing its name because girls can be Boy Scouts too. to reflect a change that allows girls to join. Boy Scouts of America announced a new name. I told you it would come to this. The feminists are taking over. Obi-Wan. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Anakin, my left arm and legs don't feel too good. Me looking at the picture of Yoda dabbing. It's beautiful. I've looked at this for 5 hours now. Fans. Star Wars. When's your next timeless classic coming out? Star Wars. Disney. Oh, Star Wars is dead. Yeah, I accidentally killed the franchise's 2015. Felt so guilty. I've been carrying it around for 3 years. Walking into school on May the 4th. Imitates lightsaber sound. When I overhear my friends talking about watching a Star Wars marathon for May 4th, I would be very happy to arrange it for you. I failed my safety course today. What happened? Well, one of the questions was, in the event of a fire, what steps would you take? Will I be able to watch Infinity War without crying at some point? Laughs. Not likely. Person. Infinity War is by far the most ambitious movie crossover of all time. Me, an intellectual. Infinity War spoilers, but I give you no context. Master, the Chancellor is very powerful. You'll need my help if you want to arrest him. What do you suggest, young Skywalker? Put a banana scene on the floor. He'll slip over it, then you can surprise and arrest him. If what you've told me is true, you will have gained my trust. You're a hard man to find, Filoni. But anime, really? Man of your talents? It's a profitable life. Lonely, I imagine. Since the fandom died, yes. Obi-Wan. Darth Vader. Obi-Wan. Darth Vader. Marvel. Infinity War is the most ambitious crossover event in history. Me. When you realize that combining episodes 1, 2, 3, both Clone Wars shows, Rebels, Rogue One and Solo adds up to a prequel runtime of over 95 hours. Joyful screaming. When you just got into bed and your mom asks you to do something. When you're having a debate in the club on why the prequels are superior and a heat girl interrupts you asking what you are talking about. Jedi business. Go back to your drinks. Me. All the new Star Wars content, because I'm a real fan, and don't treat Star Wars as hyper-realistic space documentaries. Me. When your teammate impulses you away, because you'll see something gold, but it turns out to be a minigun. Senile laughter. Darth Krayt arrives on Korriban and speaks to the ancient Sith Lords for help against the Vangs. 137 after the Battle of Yavin. Hey there, demons, it's me, yeah boy. Guys trying to pick up fat chicks at the bar. What's your story, Roundy? The end is near. And when I'm done, half of humanity will still exist. Not to worry, we will still be flying half of humanity. When you get to pick partners for a project and you see the smart kid. Hey, old buddy. Any powers you wanna tell us about? It's a power that Jedi have that lets them control people and make things float. You're in. When you're playing Ewok Hunt and you hear a horn behind you. Chuckles, I'm in danger. Star Wars fans. The shows will not be on forever. Go now, before it's too late. Star Wars fans. No. This is a lie. They got cancelled. I felt it. Star Wars. Fans treating Star Wars as hyper-realistic socio-political space documentaries instead of fun adventure films. Gunshots. Why would Disney do this? When your mom asks why you unplugged your grandfather to charge your Nintendo Switch, he is just so selfish and was taking too long to die. When my friend tells me that real-world political events are more important than the droid attack on the Wookiees. Truly wonderful the mind of a child is. Can I arrest Luke for killing the Rancor and making the Rancor keeper sad? when you realize that Facebook donated to 46 of the 55 members on the hearing committee. The Senate will decide your fate. I'm the Senate. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi. When you sneak into your nephew's hut and see all his naughty thoughts. When Chewbacca actually ice in Solo and the movie just ends there. Visible confusion. I hate to say it, but it looks like the parents you're searching for do not exist. Impossible. The archives must be incomplete. Impossible. The archives must be incomplete. If an item does not appear in our records, it does not exist. Anakin, I became a Sith Lord. Padme, oh my god, I hate you. Padme, ice of sadness. Anakin, to save you from dying. Like if you cried. This is so sad. Can we kill younglings? When your brother hits you and it barely even hurts, but your mom is watching. The attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed. LMRO got my first intercontinental ballistic missile working. Where should I send my first nuke? United States of America, 15%. Japan, 4%. Alderaan, 68%. Pyongyang, 13%. What does the mirror do, Professor? It shows the deepest and most desperate desire of our hearts. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. The complete season 7. You don't have to rewatch The Clone Wars every month, because Netflix pretends to remove it. Me, don't you understand? I have to do this.